Have you ever heard of a king who grew up in the court of his kingdom's greatest rival? It sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, but this is the real story of a Thai king from the Ayutthaya period, whose early life was spent not in Siam, but deep within the Cambodian royal palace. This isn't just a quirky historical footnote. It is a story that reveals the incredibly complex and intertwined relationship between two of Southeast Asia's most powerful empires. To understand how this could even happen, we need to rewind to the 16th and 17th centuries. The map of Southeast Asia looked very different back then. The once mighty Khmer Empire, the builders of Angkor Wat, had declined, but its successor kingdoms in Cambodia were still formidable powers. Next door, the Siamese kingdom of Ayutthaya was on the rise, ambitious and expanding. These two kingdoms were neighbors, rivals, and as we'll see, deeply connected. So, why were they always fighting? It was a classic geopolitical struggle. Both Siam and Cambodia wanted to control the same valuable territories, trade routes, and smaller states that lay between them. They were competing for regional dominance, but it was more than just land and money. Their royal families were often intermarried, creating a web of alliances, betrayals, and succession disputes that spilled across borders. A crisis in one kingdom's court could easily become an opportunity for the other. This constant push and pull created a volatile environment where anything could happen, including a Siamese prince ending up in the Cambodian capital. This is where our story begins. In the midst of this political turbulence in Ayutthaya, a royal prince was born. Historical accounts vary on the exact details, but during a period of intense instability, perhaps a coup, a succession crisis, or a failed rebellion, this young prince was sent away from his home. Some sources suggest he was taken as a high-value hostage after a Cambodian military victory, a common practice to ensure a rival kingdom's good behavior. Others propose he was sent to Cambodia by his own family for safety, hidden away from the dangers of the Ayutthayan court. Whatever the reason, this Siamese prince found himself growing up not as a future king of Siam, but as a ward of the Cambodian monarch. Imagine this young prince, far from home, living inside the lavish but alien world of the Cambodian royal court. This wasn't a prison, it was an education. He would have received the finest training available to a Khmer royal. He learned to speak Khmer fluently, not just as a second language, but as his everyday tongue. He was immersed in Cambodian culture, art, literature, and court etiquette. Instead of Siamese mentors, he learned politics and statecraft from experienced Khmer nobles, absorbing their perspectives on diplomacy and power. His military training came not from Ayutthayan generals, but from Cambodian commanders who had likely fought against his own people. He was, for all intents and purposes, being molded into a Khmer aristocrat. This unique upbringing gave him an incredible advantage. He wasn't just a foreign prince. He became a trusted figure within the Cambodian court. He understood its inner workings, its factions, and its ambitions. He likely formed close bonds and friendships with the very people his homeland considered adversaries. His dual identity allowed him to navigate both worlds. To the Cambodians, he was one of them, a living symbol of their influence over their rival. To any remaining supporters back in Siam, he was a lost prince, a potential savior waiting for his moment. He learned to balance these identities, a skill that would prove crucial for what was to come. While the prince was mastering the art of Khmer politics, his home kingdom of Ayutthaya was descending into chaos. The same kind of instability that led to his departure had only worsened. Rival factions of nobles and powerful families were vying for control of the throne. Succession disputes turned bloody, and the kingdom was weakened from within. A power vacuum was forming, and news of the turmoil traveled across the border to Cambodia. For the Khmer-raised prince and his Cambodian patrons, this was the opportunity they had been waiting for. The time was right for the lost son of Ayutthaya to return. His return wasn't a simple journey home. It was a carefully planned political and military operation. Supported by his Cambodian allies, who likely saw this as a golden chance to install a friendly ruler on the Siamese throne, the prince marched back towards Ayutthaya. He wasn't just some forgotten claimant. He arrived with credibility, military backing, and a deep understanding of his opponents. He leveraged the chaos, rallying disgruntled Siamese nobles who were tired of the infighting and saw him as a legitimate and strong alternative. After a series of political maneuvers and likely some armed conflict, he succeeded. The boy who grew up in the court of his enemy had returned to claim his birthright and became the king of Siam. His reign was unlike any other. The king, who spoke fluent Khmer and was raised on Cambodian culture, brought a wave of new influences into the Ayutthayan court. This was reflected in art, architecture, and court ceremonies. Imagine the surprise of the Siamese nobles, now having to navigate the protocols of a king whose mindset was shaped by their rivals. His diplomatic approach was also unique. He had an intimate understanding of Cambodia's interests and political landscape, which could have led to periods of unprecedented peace and cooperation, or even more nuanced and strategic conflicts. He was the ultimate insider in two competing worlds. The long-term effects of his reign rippled through the centuries. This period highlights that the relationship between Thailand and Cambodia wasn't just one of constant warfare. It was a complex dance of shared culture, intertwined royal families, and mutual influence. This king's story is a powerful example of how people and ideas flowed freely across borders, even in times of conflict. The cultural exchange he embodied enriched the Siamese court, and his unique political position forever altered the dynamic between the two kingdoms, leaving a legacy that subtly shapes their relationship even today. So the next time you think about the history of Southeast Asia, remember the story of the Thai king raised in Cambodia. It's a powerful reminder that history is never black and white. It's not just a story of us versus them. It's a rich tapestry woven with threads of rivalry, kinship, conflict, and shared culture. The lines on the map are rarely as clear as they seem, and the stories of the people who cross them are the ones that truly tell the tale. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories that change the way you see the world.